We see Ukraine war live update. Zelensky sacks UN ambassador. He sacks UN ambassador after media comment. U.S. Say Ukraine now using cluster bombs. Imagine that. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? They're using cluster dizzy. Oh yeah, oh Zelensky crooked ass. He ain't no more than another deep stater working for the leaving Democratic, Baphomet, Luciferian, holy apocalyptic plans of the 5 or 6 horsemen of the apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? Demon Democrats whined about Con Edison hype caused by their own dumb policies. Oh yeah, they be up there whining about the Con Edison and the high prices when they're the one who set the prices up that high by blowing the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? And all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? The reason people are leaving Florida for other states, in their own words, paradise is rotten. You know what I'm saying? Many Floridians consider Florida a home that they never want to leave. But others, either didn't appreciate what living in Florida would be like, you know what I'm saying, or dislike the aspect of their experience. So these folks sometimes choose to, go their way. You know what I'm saying? Well, stay the hell out. Nobody wants to there anyway. You're probably crowding up the goddamn state. You know what I'm saying? Nobody give a plain folk. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to eat that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to eat that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We see migrants, you know what I'm saying, anything to discredit Governor Abbott. You know what I'm saying? Migrants were out at 3 a.m. Migrants out on the streets in New York City at 3 a.m., you know what I'm saying, blasting music and drinking outside the migrant housing faculty for licensed email. Leo Press something email. Yeah, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Liberal suburbs have their own borders. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, this is coming by Richard D. You know what I'm saying? I can't say your last name. 9 hours ago Eastern Standard Time. Coming off the Atlantic by Richard D. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where New York City suburbs, you know what I'm saying? We see New York City suburbs in more ways than one, you know what I mean? Of the Scarsdale location in Westchester County, New York, is one of the county's wealthiest community, and its residents are, you know what I'm saying, reliably liberal. In 2020, 3/4 of the Scarsdale voters cast their ballots for creepy ass Joe Biden over Trump. How did I know they would do some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Over Trump. No, they're gonna vote for that bullshit. You creepy ass motherfucking blood sucking president, because they're probably down with the shit as well. Don't let them fool you. You know what I'm saying? One can safely, you know what I'm saying, presume that few Scarsdale residents are ordained backers of Trump wall on the Mexican border, but many of them support a less visible kind of wall erected by zoning regulations that bans multifamily housing and keeps non-wealthy people, many of them people of color, out of their community. But they're talking shit about letting people in the door. They get the fuck on with that. Y'all brought a bunch of people over there and made them rich over black people anyway. You wouldn't even give a lot of us no fucking loans, and then the hurdles we got to jump to even get a loan, Section 8 or any kind of help or program. Meanwhile, you had our ancestors over here beating them, enslaved them, doing bullshit to them, just like you did to white people prior before that. Thousands of Christians demand ban on pro-Trump event on public property. This is coming in by Andrew Stanley again on the 7/23/23, you know what I'm saying, at 11:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we see thousands of Christians. I don't follow Christianity. so they could kiss my behind, really and truly. Thousands of Christians recently signed into a petition urging North Las Vegas, a Luciferian city with that Baphomet-looking star, the same one you see when you're looking at Jesus Christ and the four wise men following that star. That star is not a star; it's a cross. You know what I'm saying? But they made it look like it's a star. They may have changed it over time, but it's a Luciferian cross that they made into that star. And the same star that you would see in the three wise men following that whatever North Star bullshit, you know what I'm saying? You would see it when you're entering into Vegas. Look at the sign and look at this. Look at the star. It's a cross. You know what I'm saying? And they got nerve to talk about Las Vegas officials to cancel plans to hold Trump rallies on public property. Yeah, because y'all Luciferian and blood sucking and down with the demon, medical bullshittical garbage. You always been. Trump floats alternative to join Republican debate. You know what I'm saying? The president of the United States, Donald Trump, took to his social media platform on Sunday to suggest his possible interest in participating in something other than the 2024 Republican presidential primary debate. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. It's interesting. So many people have suggested this. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I think he should enter the debate. Trump wrote in reply to True social media account Freedom Florida, who suggested that the president do a one-on-one with Tucker Carlson the night of the Fox debate. I don't think so. I think he needs to be up there. He needs to stand firm as a president and bring the heat, from the damn street. You know what I'm saying? He needs to bring the heat and put it on him. And it's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he needs to back down now or never. You know what I'm saying? I think he needs to stand firm, bring that heat, and give it to him, just like they should. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why you did this, because you put all kind of charges on the man, think that you're going to tie up his tongue. If I was Trump, I would go up there and I would speak. You know what I'm saying? I would speak. I don't give a damn what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? He deserves the right, just like, the Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? And him, all of them need to be up there. I want to see everybody and what you have to say about what's going on in the world, because all y'all go up there as fuck somewhere along the line when you need to. You know what I'm saying? And I think Trump needs to get up there and just like anybody else and do what he has to do and get to get. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody run you away from the debate. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But if he could choose to do what he wants to do, you know what I'm saying? But we need to see more black people up there probably on the damn debate, as me. You know what I'm saying? We need to see more people up on that debate. You know what I'm saying? We don't just need to see this dumb shit talking about he might choose to do this and he might choose to do that. We need to see Trump up there. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? We need to see him up there so we can hear what he has to say. You know what I'm saying? Not just float that he's gonna be up there with Tucker Carlson, because and I think he do need to do an interview with Tucker Carlson. How Rep at least it looks like at least Steadfink plans to boost GOP in 2024 discipline and drive. Go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Bill looks to ban marijuana use in public in New York, reporters say, I guess due to the smell. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta understand that too. As smokers, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody can take the smell. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody shouldn't be blowing up the streets with it either. You know what I'm saying? You go about your business and smoke your green and do your thing. This ain't no poppy show. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like that's what it's turning out to be. You know what I'm saying? The scientist fires back at Kamala Harris Rasa over Black History standards. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing because she ain't black. You know what I'm saying? She's a mixed breed just like everybody else, and she more on the cracker side of things. And that's just it. You know what I'm saying? She's a sellout. You know what I mean? And just because her skin is dark don't mean she black. Black how? You know what I'm saying? She a product maybe. You know what I'm saying? A graph. You know what I'm saying? But we see Texas creep Joe Biden's war is proof that the border madness is far from over. Oh yeah, it's far from over. We'll keep that shit going all the way to 2024 and beyond. You know what I'm saying? We see New York granting fewer gun permits after the Supreme Court ruled it had to grant more. Data shows. Oh yeah, because they don't want black people getting them permits and shit like that, probably. You know what I'm saying? And many other people. You know what I'm saying? An open letter to a bigot who posted this shameless sign in Newburgh or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I guess some sign saying something about Jewish people, I guess. And I'm not going to get into it. And I don't care what they say. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time because I know what's going on with them anyway. Judge delays trial that could sentence ex-President Trump to life in prison until May 2024. You know what I'm saying? Here's why. You know what I'm saying? The federal judge ordered that the trial be that the trial that could result in the president. It could result because it result in what? How the fuck you keep talking about putting this man in prison when y'all done murdered millions of people across the planet, yo? Using your strategical garbage that you just did. And they're walking around with it in itself thinking that they're okay. And don't know that you got a timer on that. You keep on playing around talking that bullshit y'all talking, you know what I'm saying? About putting this man in prison, we about to go through some real shit. You know what I'm saying? The best thing you can do is put him back in there. We see Secret Service drop a fine on Trump. You know what I'm saying? He said that Trump is screwed. What he's trying to say is that the Secret Service who was working with Trump, about 5 or 6 of them turned against Trump. Oh, I expected that because they were planned anyway. You know what I'm saying? They were there to just do what they're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So while he's sitting out there with his balloon-looking, elongated, idiot-looking ass talking about Trump as fuck, you know what? You are as well. You just don't know it yet. Republicans renew calls for creep Joe Biden impeachment after FBI documents released. GOP say the creepy president is compromised after scarring allegations. Creep Joe Biden and Hunter creepy ass Biden, you know what I'm saying, coerced Burisma CEO for $10 million payout. You know what I'm saying? And I believe they did that. They've been doing that for years. You know what I'm saying? And his son up in there reaping the juicy profits while everybody else out in the world is starving, dying, the mentally ill still sleeping on the streets when they said they were going to do something about that. You know what I'm saying? The migrants now are hanging out on the streets. Everybody's wilding out on the streets. And before you know it, it's going to explode. Nuns abruptly booting over a dozen domestic violence victims from New York City shelters. Nuns, ooh, wow. An order from nuns abruptly, you know what I'm saying, shuttered a domestic violence shelter in Hell's Kitchen and are pestering more than a dozen abused and homeless women to leave according to the court's papers. You know what I'm saying? The Western New York Francisco sister of who? Urgency? Stop paying employees, shut off the phone, cables, and internet, seized more than $500,000 in funds, and dissolved the board of the nonprofit The Dwelling Place on West 4th Street this month. Legal filings claim. Imagine that. You tell me what you think about that. And we need to look into that. Why would you do that to all them women? You gonna put a bunch of women on the street to do what? Be fed off by the people coming over the border, probably? Pence stunned and mentally crazy people. Yeah, Pence stunned CNN anchor with nonchalant about dangerous mega voters who give a flying fuck what he think. He's a lying son of a bitch and a crook. And he ain't no more than a deep stater and probably a pedophilia right along, because it seems like they always make them do that shit. CNN anchor calls out GOP lawmakers for lying to her face on the creepy Hunter Biden probe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they gonna do more than lying on that. You know what I'm saying? But we see earlier after, a grilling Republican Pete session, Republican of Texas about Republicans, continue in inability, Republicans' inability to provide proof of Joe Biden, wrongdoing as it relates to his son, Hunter Creepy. You mean, show what? Fuck you think they're gonna give you information showing what they just killed off 150 billion people for 10 million? You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? One key state consistently proved Trump's corrupt intent. You know what I'm saying? This is coming out again by Andrew Stanton. This is coming out on the 22nd, 23rd at 11, 40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we see the President of the United States prosecutor, Glenn, I guess the name is Kirshner or whatever, reveals that one state that consistently proved that Trump is crooked. You know what I'm saying? From what they say, intent in the January 6th probe during an MSNBC interview on Saturday. On Tuesday, Trump said he received a letter from the Department of Justice stating that he is a target of investigation in the January 6th Luciferian Baphomet worship bullshit ass number, riots, and so forth. No, he is not. No, he is not. And nobody wants to hear that piece of shit coming from whatever state it is, because we know about 10 states are racist as hell. And they're still keeping up that racist garbage as well. Migrant tent city under New York City, BQE torn down. You know what I'm saying? They left me like a dog in the streets. Oh yeah, that's what they wanted to do anyway. That's why they drove you over here. You know what I'm saying? So they could get free labor. They're gonna use you for sure, because you hungry and you gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat. You know what I mean? But we see here where a co-host, you know what I'm saying? I think a co-host, let me take a look at this one here. Put these on right quick. We see New York juror senator is co-sponsoring a bipartisan bill that would ban stock trading in the in stock trading, you know what I'm saying, and censorship of federal funds, I guess. In other words, she's censoring a bill for people who, you know what I'm saying, Gillibrand or whatever her name is, announced legislation to ban stock trades by Congress executive branch office. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Supporters share honest comment with Pence about Trump. Nobody wants to hear that piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? We see Tulsi Gabbard or whatever her name is, Bard or whatever, push back against Jack White's anti-Trump comment. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where a former Democratic presidential candidate, Tulsi Gabbard, blasted musician Jack White criticism of the President Donald J. Trump on Twitter Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Jack White recently expressed his disdain or whatever for anyone who normalized Trump. And yeah, we also know that you also, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one, is not normal or normalized in any shape or form to even be speaking about Trump in the first place. You know what you're gonna do is sing our way out of a nuclear war? You jackass. Please. Even when you look at these two idiots over here on the same group, official Jack White, anybody who normalizes or treats this distinguish fascist, racist. No, we talk. You that sound like the demon Democrats and the Ku Klux Klan that they created in 1865. You know what I'm saying? In 1865, when they created the demon Democrats and the rest of them clown motherfuckers, that was beating up on black people, and you feel like you rule the world and it's a white world and nobody else, and it's all good in the hood. Get out of my please. Okay, sheep. Stay out of the news. You know what I'm saying? We must get the mentally ill off the subways for our safety. They shouldn't have been there in the first place. You know what I'm saying? That's to show you how much of a demon democratical state that we live in. You know what I'm saying? Pence isn't so convinced Trump actions on January 6th Baphomet Luciferian number were criminal. As demon Democrats, Rep Sheep or whatever his name is, say he can't imagine a more serious crime. Yeah, I can't imagine a more serious lie and wordplay and bullshit when you put it all together. Yeah, all this garbage. We see where community weigh in on the new migrant shelter in Uptown. They need to more than weigh in. That's right, people. Get out there and do what you gotta do. We see the Middle Eastern country warns Denmark about the Quran, a controversial book, warns of violence. Nobody wants to get into that because I don't follow religion in no shape or form. None of it. It doesn't matter where it is. Islam, Christianity, this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying, in any shape or form. You know what I'm saying? I don't follow too much of that. Even when it comes to certain Rastafarian understanding, I don't follow that either, because a lot of them, has brought Judaism into the situation, and I don't follow that. You know what I'm saying? Judge blocks Andrew Cuomo latest attempt to get investigation docs. Yeah, still kicking. You know what I'm saying? But we see, wait a minute, he wants to get a docs for what? The federal judge blocks the former Andrew Cuomo Morales attempts to obtain documents relating to a pair of investigations that helped force his resignation from office in 2021, dealing a blow to the demon Democrats as he you know what I'm saying, I guess the U.S. magistrate judge ruled Friday, you know what I'm saying, evening, that both state attorney general Letitia James and the Assembly Judiciary Committee had reasons to avoid handing over the BV of interviews, memos, and unpublished documents relating to the separate investigation into Comoras, but both of which conclude he harassed a number of women. Oh yeah, because he bought for medical. He was going to do that. We see the media, blurring of migrants may be hiding more than just, you know what I'm saying, a phase. You know what I'm saying? But we see, if you watch the news lately, you may have noticed that a lot of the images of migrants are blurry. You know what I'm saying? Are blurred. But not all of them. Some, you know what I'm saying, from news media, you know what I'm saying, will blur, and some will not. It can be a contentious issue and especially confusing one. Yeah, we know why that is. You ain't telling us nothing. But we see House Republicans say he'd vote for Trump impeachment. He'll vote for Trump impeachment expungement that he just called not wise in terms of constitutional history. You know what I'm saying? But we see this is coming in by Michael Luciano, you know what I'm saying, one day ago. You know what I'm saying? But we see Mr. Collins here, Carter Collins, was taken back by, I guess, her name is Catalina Collins, was taken back by Rep. Ken Box, a Republican of, I guess, Colorado or wherever he come from, you know what I'm saying, responds to her question about whether, he would vote to expunge vote impeachment of the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he would. Yes, he would. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would too. That's just what you're full of do. You know what I'm saying? But we see House Republicans have suggested the GOP, you know what I'm saying, controlled chamber vote to do so, even though expunging of impeachment is not a thing, though the measure would be purely symbolical. Collins asked Buck about the possible Friday, installment of the source. You know what I'm saying? I think it needs to be done. And we need to focus more on what's going on with our war in Ukraine. Republicans move to ban public pot smoking over the pungent odor. I could understand that. I could definitely understand that, because it seemed like since they told them they could smoke, they just been, going wild in the streets, blowing up big ass, long spliffs and shit. Look like about 18 inches long, and he only with two hands popping out the smoke in the air, stinking it up and out of this and that. This is all an attempt and just another plan of some straight people shit. Let's just be honest, because anybody that's smoking, some good green, don't do all of that. There is no reason for them to do all of that stupidness when we really look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. You know what I mean? Why would you be out on the street smoking up a whole bunch of ganja, blowing clouds in the air, you know what I'm saying, annoying people's brain cells and shit with all them chemicals and shit, and this they put in there, instead of just going straight green, have a little herb stock on you, and once in a while you get a little puff and so on and so on. Instead of, you're so intent to illegalize the green that you're ready to abuse people with it, and that's unfair. You know what I'm saying? They consider to give you the chance to legalize the good ganja herb. Why would you take it to that extent of, smoking it, and, some people can't really take the smell at all. You know what I'm saying? It can be very overwhelming in more ways than one, especially the hybridization of the ganja weed that they be doing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, respect the people as you smoke. Smoke free, but respect the people as well. You know what I'm saying? They should not have had to come up with a measure because y'all are big clown bucketing, talking about smoking weed as if, you know what I'm saying, you smoking it as if like, you know what I mean, it's supposed to be some big glory line thing that you're supposed to shine off with and blow off in people's face and say, see, we again arrest me. Come off that kiddie ass bullshit and go up. You know what I'm saying? And cut that out. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't need people to now start to demonize the good ganja herb because of your nonsensical, dizzy ass. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see all of that. Grow up. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of people with mental illnesses. Well, this is one of them that shows that. You know what I'm saying? Grow up. You know what I mean? And stop smoking a bunch of ganja around people. Find your own little private spot. Why you got to be right down Main Street or on Times Square and all of that blowing smoke out in people's face and shit? You know what I'm saying? And then they can't take the smell. Come on now, let's grow up, people. Let's grow up and be responsible when we smoke. So this is Point Black saying, stay right, stay tight, stay in the fight. And we're going to keep it going right. You know what I'm saying? Because every day we got to stay on top of it, especially when it comes to Ukraine and the Ukraine war. We need to spend more time paying attention to what's going on with that dumbass idiot over there and creepy Joe Biden and the rest of them. Don't worry so much about the border because, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be looking at that too. You know what I'm saying? We need all Americans to step up and start to act as if we have some damn sense rather than running around here. Every time we turn around, you're looking like two fucking dumb. Ain't nobody got time. Who that boo shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got time. Who that boo shit. You know? When we really look at it. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got time for that. And that's the way it's gonna be. You know? of where you're going to be. And notice every time I throw with something, it's garbage in this damn program over here. You can have it. Stick it up your ass while you're at it. But you want it to be up on my shit every time you turn it around. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Every time you turn around. You know, they're up in my shit. You know what I'm saying? With the crooked heads. And more ways than one. You know what I mean? So this is Point Black saying, stay ready, stay tight, and we'll stay in the fight. There is no way for us to give up. And Americans need to stand up and be strong about what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? What you stand for. When you talk about being a patriot or patriotism and all this different stuff, and you love this country and so on and all this and that, you gonna let somebody just take it from right under you. Don't do that. Because this is not about the S-O-N. S-U-N, as the General said he would say. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the S-O-N, but the S-U-N. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, General Salazar said he's still sticking as can be. You know what I mean? He said no man precedes his mother. You know what I'm saying? And the black woman is God. I stand with the general on that one. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, farewell. One. We will meet again.